I think the Saints got a couple of breaks this year. First of all, their division was awful. Cam got hurt. Carolina was bad. Atlanta walked into the season on crutches, and Tampa's Tampa.
Hey, man, it's your boy AT. Now, as y'all see, Colin Cowherd here talking crazy about my Saints. A lot of people who picked us to go to the Super Bowl that's now turning on us. But either way, this man said our division was awful. Look at the records. Second, third, fourth place. 7-9, 7-9, 5-11, right? Now take a look at the Patriots division. 7-9 for second place, 6-10 for third place, 4-12 for fourth place. That's interesting. That sounds like that's a worse division than the Saints were in. Now we on to the Rams, 10-6. I'll give it to them. They had to play the Seahawks, but 4-12 and 3-13 after that. No, that's not a better division than the Saints were in. I'm not saying the Saints were in an amazing division, but come on, bruh. The Chargers, I'll give that to the Chiefs because the Chargers were a good team this year. But after that, 6-10, 4-12. How are we in a horrible division, but these other four teams wasn't?
So that gave them big advantages. Their division was bad. They also played most of their key big games at home. They hosted Philly. They hosted the Steelers. They hosted the Rams.
Now he said most of our key wins were at home. Basically saying that our wins on the road weren't that significant because they weren't against key teams, right? So we're going to pull up, this is the New England Patriots, their first 7 or 8 weeks. The Jaguars on the road, they lose to them. At the Bears. Now, I'll give them that. That's definitely a good dub on the road because the Bears were 12-4 this season. Then they beat the Bills, who were 6-10. Then on to the Titans, L 10-34. Then you beat the Jets on the road, but let's not forget the Jets were 4-12 this season. Then you take a L to the Dolphins, who were 7-9 in your division, and then you lose to the Steelers as well. So correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't really see too many key wins on the road for the Patriots this season. But hey, man, maybe that's just me. And then we're on to the Rams. Now, they started the season off at the Raiders. That's a W, but the Raiders did finish 4-12. They beat the Seahawks. That's a good dub on the road. The Broncos, who finished 6-10. That's a little iffy. At the 49ers, even though they finished 4-12, we're going to get at to them. And up through this point, we can give them props because they definitely held it down. But then they got to the Saints and took that L. Then to the Lions, that's a W. To the Bears, at their crib, that's a L. And then at Arizona, that was a W. But again, that's against the 3-13 Cardinals. So what are we really talking about here, Colin Cowherd? What are we really talking, bruh?
The other thing is their schedule worked out, so they got a injured Cam Newton in Carolina both times late in the year. That's not to say the Rams didn't deserve the accolades. They do multiple things well. They have a Hall of Fame coach and a Hall of Fame quarterback, a star receiver, and a very good running back, and it's hard to run the football on him. But when I look at them overall, last month, the numbers, the ones Vegas cares about, they're last.
Hey, now don't get me wrong, bro. I definitely get what he's saying, but if the Saints are ranked dead last in all of the stats that Vegas cares about, how are we going into the championship weekend as the largest favorite? That makes zero sense to me. Vegas comes up with the plus minus for all the games. So if that was the case, why would we be the largest favorite?
Even if you eliminate the Teddy Bridgewater game, they are easily dead last. I don't think the Saints are playing well.
Now, he says easily ranked dead last. Now, these here are postseason stats for the playoffs. Total passing yards. The Saints are ranked third, only behind the Patriots and the Bears. Total defense. The Saints are ranked what? Number 2, only behind the Baltimore Ravens. Come on, Colin. If you're going to throw out the stats, let's throw them all out, not just the ones you want us to hear, my guy.
And when I think about the games this weekend, like if you tell me in one sentence, describe why New England would win this weekend, the first thing I would think of is Belichick Brady. If you said, okay, why would Kansas City win? I'd be like, well, Andy Reid, Mahomes, MVP quarterback. If you said, why would the Rams win this weekend? I'd be like, McVay, Todd Gurley, O-line. If you say, why would the Saints win this weekend? You know what I think? They're in the Superdome.
KK, you are the savior. We have black and gold to the Super Bowl. Black and gold.